Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We have got a hell of a show for you here on episode 197. It's been a little bit since your boys have been back together, but we're here. All three of us are here in the studio together. What? It's been like 2 months, actually.
No, well, it's been 2 months since we've all been.
That's what I just said.
That's what he just said.
It's been. Hey, look. It's been 2 months since we worked together.
2 months since you looked at me.
And,
So
yes.
Sit back, relax, try to enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
And we are the Funky Panther.
I'm disappointed.
What's up with that? I'm just looking at that brown panther on the couch.
All right, so I have to explain what I...
It should cover up the spot that you made on the
really
table.
should.
Put it on the table. Everyone can see it. It's been a wet spot for fucking months.
It's not actually wet, though.
But it looks wet.
We need to just coat the entire table with it, so then it'll be like a stain or something.
All right, so I had to set the brown panther up there to put my phone up there because your boy had to take a proctored exam.
Ooh, yeah.
And a prostate exam.
Ooh.
With my own camera.
Yeah.
No, so I had to do a proctored exam, and I had to put the phone up there because they use like a Google Meets thing to watch you take the test.
Oh, okay.
So that way you don't have anything in front of you. Yeah.
So it wasn't like built into the course. You have to like. Why couldn't you do it on the camera?
No, it has it's through Google. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could have. Like they said, use your phone and prop it up. So I had to get stuff and get creative.
Creative in order to cheat.
No. So they could watch and make sure I'm not cheating.
So what was creative?
So I had to put the phone over here because they had to look at me on this side.
Okay.
And then the program that I'm using, you can't. It screen records too. So
How'd you do this semester? Three classes? What'd you get?
On my semester, I got 100 in my Homeland Security class. My lowest grade was an 87.
Okay, don't give me actual numbers. A, B's, and C's, dude.
Yeah, so I got a B plus, an A, and an A plus.
Hell yeah.
My B plus is my own fault. And I want to ask you something, okay?
Okay, I can't wait.
As a college student,
8 inches round.
You've used
and that was the answer he was hoping
8
for,
inches
really.
round and 1 inch long.
That's true.
Old tuna can Hernandez.
Like a Vienna sausage.
Like the-
Shorter, bigger one.
Y'all use Canvas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this professor had all the. It was a mini semester for one of my classes, and he had all the days lined up with this is due this day, read this, whatever, blah blah blah. And so I'm going off of that. At the very bottom, underneath all of that, he also had these they weren't tests necessarily, but they were like these bigger quiz things.
Yeah.
Going on, and I had to utilize that.
Utilize.
You had to.
He's in college.
I'm sorry.
He uses big words.
We
now.
had to access that, but I didn't see those because they weren't in the dates.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Yeah, so I missed 2.
Dang.
And those counted for a large sum.
You still got a B. That's great.
Yeah, I got a B because they dropped your lowest grade, and so I just got 1 0. Hey, we just got a transcript not available.
Yeah, the hardest part I feel like the most difficult part is what are you doing?
Well, I got a phone call on here, and it just said transcript not available.
You just gonna cut me right off and get into this
I was
voicemail?
just
Is that what
say
you're gonna do?
if this device wasn't set to receive incoming calls, we're gonna set that. Okay.
Can we get phone calls?
That's what I'm trying to set up.
We're setting it up for phone calls.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, get your mom and them and give us a call. 817-677-0408.
We need to have that thing back, the scrolling thing on the bottom.
It has the number on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or random facts.
Right. Gay facts. Gay random facts.
Gay random facts.
No, so I feel like the most difficult thing when you're taking multiple classes at once is maneuvering through the different kinds of schedules. Like every professor organizes their courses differently, and so you're one of my professors had everything in 2-week blocks, which was kind of nice.
Hi, Jordan.
And then the other one had 1-week blocks. It was a lot.
I'm sure you feel better now that it's over.
Fuck yeah! I'm never doing 3 in a semester again.
We have a caller. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, how are you doing?
How's it going?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
So good.
All right, so I have a question for y'all.
Oh, okay.
Do you or do you not think that Trump has aura?
Has aura?
Now that he was impeached once? Yeah. He was impeached once and now he's back. Do you think that people are scared of it or he's just genuinely bad?
Oh, man.
I think, Javier, this is one for you.
If he's genuinely bad,
or people are just scared of him, or does
I don't
he
think
have?
anybody's scared of him. I think he's just.
Because if he wanted to, he really could wreck the world if he's mad at people that he impeached them first. Or do you think he's just like genuinely bad?
Well, we like to think that there's still checks and balances, but I'm beginning to wonder about that now.
I think the whole impeachment shit is just kind of like show. It's like theater.
Yeah, impeachment's not even a real thing.
Yeah.
It's just a thing that they
I
say.
like peaches, but I'm not going to go throw peaches at a president.
I always say impeach this dick,
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
but you know,
Who's
who's
calling?
on the line? Who's on the line?
My name is Maddox.
Maddox. Okay.
All right. How did you hear about the Funky Panther, Maddox?
I have a part-time hobby just to talk to people because I'd be bored. So
Okay.
Hey, you got another
I
question?
like to
This is fucking funny.
You give us another question,
you're probably
non-political
gonna-
related, maybe.
yeah, you're probably gonna see me a lot because I just have a part-time hobby just doing calling shows.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Do you have one? Give us one more question that's not political in nature.
Okay, so do you think Eminem is washed or no? The rapper, you think he's bad?
Well, let me ask first. Can I ask how old are you?
All right, I'm 17.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that it's a difference in generation. I think like us being in our late 30s, like we see Eminem like how we did when we were his age. Maddox, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think it's a different feeling. Like kids now, they grew up with like different types of hip hop and rap. Like versus us, we grew up with like M and Nate Dogg and Cube and all those motherfuckers. I think he's lost a step, but it's still Eminem. I mean,
I still think he's like one of the greatest of our generation.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the greatest
yeah.
rappers of our generation. But are there other people that are just as successful and just as good in their own way? Yeah, I think I think you still have to pay your respect to Eminem. Like if you're coming up in the rap game right now, just like I still think you have to pay your respect to the People's Champ Paul Wall.
Yeah, of course.
If you're from, especially if you're from Texas, the Houston area, you got to pay your respect to Paul. But I mean, they're all good in their own way. And again, I think Eminem's maybe not as relevant now.
Not anymore, but he's still one of the greatest of all time. I mean, if you had like a Mount Rushmore of rappers, I feel like not even just white rappers, I feel like he's got to be up there, you know? Like, I don't know. He paved the way for so many people, and even if he's not really doing the thing now, he did it for so long, so well. Like, it's hard to say that he wasn't.
He's still good at clapping back.
Oh, yeah.
Clapping
Yeah.
them cheeks.
Okay,
But he's
one
not
of the best.
great at growing facial hair, though. It looks like it was just
Like painted on.
painted on. Or someone put fuzz and glued it to his face. So, you know.
So who's y'all's Eminem then? Like comparing like that type of, lyricist. Like who's y'all's?
Yeah, Maddox, who is your Eminem of your generation?
So, I mean, I don't really have a set person that I listen to. I mean, I like Eminem because of how he's able to overcome, like I said, the rap game, of how he is just one of the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, but I mean,
The
if you
way
were
he
gonna
can-
pick one artist from like coming up that you grew up listening to that was not from our generation but from your generation, who are you putting on that pedestal?
Yeah, who's number one?
Honestly, it's hard to say because I don't really listen to my generation stuff.
So
I listen to.
So you got good parents.
old-
Got it. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Maddox, thanks for calling in. We're gonna go cut you off though.
Appreciate you.
Feel free to call in, leave us a voicemail anytime, day or night. We'll be happy to hear from
We'll
you.
play it on the show.
Just day will work.
All right.
Bye. All right.
This is going to be interesting because this is the first time we've ever just randomly done that. Okay,
How'd that happen?
So we did post it on the YouTube channel. So we do have it on
Yeah,
YouTube. If someone's finding us on YouTube, we've got the phone number there.
Oh, fuck.
817-677-0408. We also have it on our social media.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about it quite a bit, but I mean, I would assume probably because of the YouTube.
That's awesome. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so where were we? We were talking about y'all's schooling.
Yeah. Okay, so you're right. How professors, every professor has a different. There's no standardized.
Right.
And that drives me nuts.
It makes it difficult to like stay organized as a student because you're constantly having all these due dates.
Dude, I fucking killed my paper though for my Homeland Security class.
I thought he was going to say I killed my parents.
I wouldn't say killing in a Homeland Security class though. That's probably.
I destroyed my paper, man.
I shoe bombed that fucking paper.
Dude, it was so. No, I did really good.
You're on a list now, Chad. I hope you know.
I had to do it was like something like almost a 30 page research paper.
Holy shit, that's that's pretty big, man.
Whose dick did you suck to not write that paper?
No, I wrote it, but I'm gonna tell you the biggest hack is regurgitating previous papers.
Regurgitating semen.
But utilize it not in a sense of like rewriting it to make it seem like it's a new paper.
Right, use it as a.
But I've already done all this research on this topic, and now I can just take that research that I already have and spin it for this course. And so that made it a whole lot easier. But yeah, almost 30 pages, dude.
That's
Let me ask you this. How much ChatGPT have you used in your class? And I just want a simple answer. I don't need the like
I use
how
it,
or why.
I use it probably on everything.
Okay.
Like I'm using the deep research now. Have you used any of the deep search and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
So, I have not used it specifically to like obviously write my paper because, they're going to find that.
Oh,
right? They've got all the trackers and everything like that.
Well, the trackers,
whatever. So they can figure it out somewhat.
Sure.
Right. However, I like the fact that I can talk about load in my book, load in all my different things. And I drive an hour and a half to and from work each day. I can just have a conversation with ChatGPT while I'm driving, learning more about what it is, but not like from my professor, from something that actually knows how I want to learn and answers my questions.
See, I've never thought about like asking it and just having to talk back to me.
Do you have your phone set up instead of Siri searching for like the web for it to search through ChatGPT?
It has. I don't know if I've set that up. No,
because it'll ask me like how do I want to get my response.
Do you want to get this from ChatGPT?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not a good handoff though. Have you noticed that's a good handoff for you or no?
A good hand job, yes, but not hand.
Good hand jobs are hard to come by.
Jesus Christ. All right, so we're going to go around the horn and talk about like what we've been up to?
Yeah, let me go first. So I'm wearing my Manchester United jersey. We got the Europa League final tomorrow. Lance's team won everything. They won the Premier League. So cheers to Liverpool and cheers to Lance. But there's been a lot of Manchester United's had their worst year in history, so I'm really excited about this Europa League final. If we're going against Tottenham, it's an all-English final. If we win, we go to the Champions League. If we don't, it sucks. We're going to lose players out of the transfer window. But other than that, we've been binging King of the Hill. We finished The Pit. Pit was fucking amazing. Great fucking show.
I'm so glad you finished that. Have you watched it?
I haven't even.
God damn it, watch it. Watch it this week and we'll
report
discuss
back.
It, yeah.
Okay.
What else? Ben, I can't really think of any. I was put on antidepressants and anti-anxiety pills.
Does that mean you can fly again?
I can fly again. I'm trying to get Adderall, like for good reason. Like I'm not doing this to just fucking have it. I need it. And I got my sleep study done. I'm pretty much doing all this for my mom. My mom is like, I can't sleep at night because I think you're gonna die soon, and I want you to get better. So I'm doing this. I'm doing a sleep study, getting my shit checked out, getting my cholesterol checked out. I am gonna get an MRI next month, and then soon surgery to fix my hernia and whatever
Look
else.
At you
is
taking
fucked
care
up.
of yourself. Finally.
I mean, I'm 39 years old. I mean, I don't know what. Look at this gray fucking skunk patch.
Which means 5 years of not taking care of yourself.
Indeed is
At the
terrible.
least.
But I'll tell you what, though, I've lost about like 15 pounds from not eating because I stopped eating more than I normally would. And I mean, it's
most people get on antidepressants just put on the weight.
yeah.
Though.
And I told my doctor that. And then Tammy's like, "Oh, I need to go with you to the doctor because I need to tell him everything else." I'm like, "Oh my god, okay." I'm kidding. She's probably watching. But no, that's
I'm joking.
But I'm trying to think of what else. We had the NFL draft. I don't need to talk about this on the other show. But no, it's been a busy month because of all the goddamn hail.
Yeah.
So I'm like having to write up a bunch of shit and order a bunch of shit. We got Soto's car in the shop. We're doing a little bit of he got into an accident, and so the other person's insurance is paying for his rental because he doesn't have rental.
Yeah.
And while we're sapping that, we're doing the hail also. So we're double dipping.
Hell
and the
yeah.
insurance company doesn't know. And I'm
Hey, allegedly.
allegedly, I'm committing insurance fraud. But allegedly, I'm not. I'm making money. So I'm making the shop money. I'm not making money. The block is going to get sold, and my dad just... No, I can't talk about that. All right, but that's... I'm pretty much going to, when he retires, run the shop on my own. So it's going to be...
Hell
He
yeah.
told me this week, so it's going to be fun.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. Hopefully he still believes in me.
I believe in you.
He doesn't believe. Actually, he told my sister when she was in town that he was proud of her, and I was like, "Fuck you!" I told her. I was like, Fuck
Daddy's
you.
never said that to
He's never.
me.
That's exactly what I said. Yes.
He's not supposed to say it to the men in the family.
Well, maybe I'd like to hear it sometime. I hear from my mom all the time. I love you, Mom, but not my dad. He didn't say, "Oh, son, I'm proud of you and I love you."
We're proud of you,
Oh, okay.
and we love you.
Fuck.
Who is that calling in? Is that Javier's dad?
It is Javier's dad.
Ah, puppy. No, but also my sister's graduating next week, so
Actually, he left a message. He said, "Stupid pendejo."
he did probably, but he'd probably say it in English like "stupid idiot" because he doesn't speak Spanish to me. But my sister graduates from high school next week. She's going to Texas Tech, so guns up, I guess.
Do you
Her
think it's
and
because
Roy.
he knows he thinks that you don't understand it?
I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. It's weird.
Do you speak Spanish to him?
No, we don't. Like, if I speak Spanish to somebody and he will speak to them, and then he'll look at me and speak to me in English, and I'm like,
I think you should start speaking to him in Spanish and just
Hell
see what
no.
happens. No. Just as a social experiment.
it's like the last time I told him I love him. Like, I was like, "I love you, Dad," and he's like, all right, I'll talk to you later. And I'm like, fucking shit. Fucking.
Wow.
Thanks,
He
thanks,
just-
Dad.
He just doesn't understand.
Thank you.
That's great.
Generational trauma.
All right, Chad.
I'm kidding.
What have you been up to?
Chad was on a trip.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you came back since? Did y'all talk about
We
it?
didn't talk about China much.
No.
We did briefly, but we had Ben C on, so like we
Yeah.
talked about him. You know,
Yeah.
That's right.
that was a fun episode. Even though
was a
you
good
weren't here,
episode.
he
I'm
did a
sorry.
pretty good job filling in for you, though.
I thought he did great.
Good.
Just like Kevin did a really good job filling in for me.
Bro,
I thought he did
fantastic.
great.
I ran
Amazing.
into him at QT, and I was like, "Great job, man." But yeah, so I did go to China, and I'm glad that you brought that up because I did bring stuff back. Are you familiar with Goods of Desire?
You mean like hand jobs?
No.
Yeah.
Like rubbing
The
tugs?
brand.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so there's a hype brand in Hong Kong called GOD or Goods of Desire, and they got all sorts of like Hong Kong type of like
I think
street
it's
signs
pronounced
and
Hong Kong.
and Happy Cat or like the Lucky Cats, except
Yeah.
for they're flipping you off.
Oh.
I bought one.
Labubu is a China-based company, right?
I don't know. So I got you both GOD chopsticks.
I like chopsticks.
Oh.
And then
actually pretty
Jesus
good
and
with
Crystal gave us a little box of Chinese snacks to try out if we wanted to.
very good.
I
So
love
I don't know
Chinese
what they
snacks.
are, but they're
Okay.
stuff. But yeah, that trip was fantastic. I
You
mean,
got any donkey in there?
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, there's plenty of donkey in
Hey,
there.
you know what I like about summertime? They come back home.
Yeah, they'll be back in just a few weeks.
Cool.
Chris, you
Or
said you were
right
too
out of
quick,
month.
tuna can. I love it whenever people join in and call people tuna can. Yep, that's great.
So I did finish up my semester as well. Took 3 classes. That means I'm a quarter way done with my master's.
A
which is-
quarter?
A quarter. Yeah, it's only 12 classes.
Which is
so.
it. This is why several weeks ago we chose not to come on because we both had kind of
Finals.
final stuff
Yeah.
and trying to finish things up with
Come
that.
on your
yeah.
face.
And that was a hell week, man. Like it's like both of my classes were also proctored exams, and so which it is what it is. They probably should be, but like it just makes it a little bit more difficult.
There's a little bit more stress behind it
Yeah,
too,
there
like
is.
because you feel like I've got somebody watching me. And
Yeah, because now it's like they've got AI on the cameras. You had mentioned this before, where like
Yeah.
if you look away, like it'll like flag you and stuff like that. And so luckily, like I had no issues. I got all A's, and so that was a good first semester anyway. And then both of my parents decide that they're going to get knee surgery at the same fucking time. So my mom had knee surgery just a month ago, and then my dad had it 2 weeks ago. And so they were staggered, but like, who's going to take care of them when they're both down and out? Their sons.
mainly your brother.
But no, sir. He's been taking care of the dogs. I've been there taking care of them.
Eric is home?
No,
Andrew.
the other brother.
Oh, Andrew.
So, but no, it's been great. They're both feeling a lot better. They're actually like driving around and like, you know how it is like when you're stuck in the house for just a few days. They've been doing it for 4 weeks.
I mean, I get
like,
it, man. Like that's too much jerking off.
Honestly, I could stay in the house for 4 weeks.
Like, well, you know, they're not like you.
I know.
And so, you know, they're a little depressed and upset because they can't do anything, and I feel it. And we actually went to Gusto's on Saturday, and it was just like they were whole new people, right? They're hobbling around like Humpty Dumpty over here, and we, you know, they're good.
Well, I hear it's best to go ahead and start walking and try
They
to
have
get
you
that
walk
moving.
day one, dude.
They do. They
like
do.
they have been walking every single day since the surgery.
Yeah.
Like they weren't even like coherent, and they had to walk. It's wild. So yeah, that and finals, and yeah, it's been pretty wild, but it's been fun. It's been good. I went to Houston. I went to Collecticon.
Oh, how was that?
It was fun. It was a good time. We
How many stinky people? Didn't notice?
like the nerds.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying like how many people did you like? Whoa, like you smelled?
Like the
that's-
nerds.
Well, because cons.
Because cons typically bring out the unbathed.
Okay, that's what I was. Yeah, because the Collecticon's like a nerdy thing. I thought you meant just in Houston in general.
No.
Okay, yeah.
Fish smelling all day, everywhere, baby.
No, I mean there was a couple smellies.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, good lord.
I think Sarah should even pointed them out. She's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "That's just where we are."
Not as smelly as San
that's the thing.
Antonio.
That's just the odor.
But it was fun. MetaZoo launched a new thing, and so I got to like get some stuff there. And then who was it?
But not
the guy we saw in Dallas at that DJ event that one time. Waka Flocka. He was there.
Waka Flocka Flame?
Yeah, Waka Flocka was there doing. He has a
Oh.
Charizard song.
Yeah. I saw that post. I saw that post.
And then of course the guy from the Pokemon singing song. He apparently has done. He's done like 40 or 50 different jingles. Like he was like knocking them all out. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's got quite the fucking resume.
I was a Trojan man. I was the fucking mini cookie guy. Like
But no,
the
like
midget man.
he apparently had been killing it in like the 90s, early 2000s because all of the jingles from the commercials that you remember, like I guarantee you, he was about like 25 to 50% of them, which is quite a bit. Because back in the day, jingles were all.
That's kind of
commercials
like what's that guy who did he did the Caddyshack theme and
Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Loggins. Like he was in, like if you liked a song in a movie, it was probably Kenny Loggins.
Bro, Top Gun. Like the heat is on. No, what else? Did he do the Sock and Bopper jingle? Did he do the Skip It? Remember the Skip It jingle?
I actually think he did do Skip It.
Really?
Yeah, but was it Skip It or Bop It?
No.
He might have done Bop
Skip It was
Skip It had a song, but
No, I know.
Skip It.
But Bop It really didn't. It was like
It had a song.
bop it, twist it, pull it.
like
It
you're
was
talking about-
It
literally
was definitely him.
it was literally like my go-to, like, oh, that's how I'm supposed to do it.
Here lately, I'm reading the
Sex?
Yes.
group
Yeah,
text.
hit it, bop
The
it,
group
twist
chat.
it.
San Antonio smells like tacos, not onions and Comino pits.
You know, kid.
No, I was telling Tammy the other night, it smells like Mexico over here because, it's like people like cooking out.
Yeah, yeah.
And at night, that's how Mexico smells. So, I love it. Sorry.
No, you're good. We had a lot of really good food. We went to Truth Barbecue. We had really good cocktails and drinks and stuff like that.
You went to the Nickel City over there?
Yeah, Nichols. We went to go see Fern because he opened that
you're
one down
right.
there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But he had already left. Like he opened that one down there, and then he already like moved on to another bar. So hit him up and went over to that bar and kind of hung out with him for a little bit. That was fun. But we had a great time. Tons of good food. Like it was more food and alcohol that weekend than we had Trill Burger.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Trill Burger was way better than I expected. And then we tried to go to Eighth Wonder Brewing, but they were shut down for an event. I still want to go to the brewery. But I guess that's about it. I feel like there was something I want to tell you guys, but I guess not. I guess
You're
that's
gay.
it. Something new that I wanted to tell you guys. No. All right, Tim. What about you?
Well, we discussed about the school aspect, so finished that up, but I'm still in my my advanced school for work, and I'm just plowing through that right now. That was the proctored exam, was that one?
Yeah.
Just going through that and trying to knock that out. Outside of that, I haven't really had a whole lot going on. I think we mentioned in one of the last episodes that we did go see Disturbed and sat in the box seat.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Got to see
Yeah, pretty
got to
good.
see Daughtry as well, which was
just up there with Disturbed.
Yeah, that was unique.
What does he sing? Dick of a Sailor?
Yes. More like lips of an angel.
Yes.
More like Dick
close,
of a sailor.
close.
Yeah.
Close.
I don't think that's Daughtry though.
It's not. It's Hinder. It's Hinder, right? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
That
Anyways,
was bad.
Yeah.
one of our old high school friends, Christy, used to be Baloo.
Oh yes.
She tagged me in a post and asked, like, was this a fever dream? Because one of our first concerts that her and myself and Darren went to at a young age was a Union Underground concert at the Bronco Bowl. And the Union Underground is doing their it's like the 20th something anniversary of their debut album. And The Sickness, so the other for Disturbed, that was the 20th or 25th anniversary or something like that. This one's a 20, and it makes me feel so fucking old, dude.
Have you noticed that, like, all these tours from these old bands, they're doing their 20th or 25th anniversary, like, shows?
You know why? Because kids can't afford concerts because they're too fucking expensive. The only people that can afford concerts are us.
Yes.
And so they have to go back to the drawing board and like, we need to bring them their music.
Let's talk about that for just a second. All right. Jessie loves Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
Like, loves the band. All right.
Me too.
So for her birthday, I got us tickets to Nine Inch Nails. We got floor seats at Dickies. All right. I had to get them on the secondhand market because they sold out.
You fool.
They sold out whenever they first really, I mean, immediately that day.
Right.
Like that morning, within like the first 30 minutes, sold out. And I've been watching them and watching them and watching them, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to risk it.
Just pull the trigger.
I just pulled the trigger and got us floor seats.
So I did the same thing for Benson Boone. Like, do y'all know Benson?
Oh,
Boone?
fuck yeah. We saw him at ACL.
Saw him at ACL, yeah.
I'm sure that performance was amazing. He's so good.
It was okay.
So it reminds me of like a...
the crowd pissed me off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
he was on SNL this past week or the week before. 2 weeks ago. But he kind of reminds me of... Queen,
so
with the mustache and the dress and the dancing.
He had Brian Mays cut out at Coachella.
But no,
he performed with him, and then like weekend 2, he was like, Brian couldn't be here, so we brought a cutout.
Yeah, so the guitarist from Queen played with him, and
no way.
Yeah, at Coachella weekend 1. And because that whole reason,
he's a showman, just like
just like Freddie, and he sounded great, and he did the song. It was We
Are the Champions.
Yeah, We Are the Champions.
Wow,
it was amazing,
and he's got a range. Yeah, so he has tickets that went on sale. I want to say last week for September. And how many seats do you think are in Dickies?
25,000.
25,000.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so. I was waiting on Ticketmaster because you can wait in like the waiting room 10 minutes ahead. I was on there an hour ahead. 10 minutes ahead, I'm added to the waiting room. I'm working, so I'm not even looking. I look over. I am 38,000th in line to get tickets for fucking Benson Boone.
And you know,
I was 10 minutes. I was more than 10 minutes.
And they're all
early
bots.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and can you imagine, like, so if people get 2 tickets apiece, that means that there's only 12,000 buyers. People are getting 4 fucking tickets apiece, which means you've only got like 7,000 actual purchasing tickets. You know what I mean? And they were gone.
So how do you fix this?
Upset.
I've got an idea.
They had legislation that was trying to pass.
Yeah, they're trying to pass some
from the Obama administration.
Well, it just happened again. Like they went through basically a congressional hearing with the big ticket companies. Live Nation was one that was involved with it as well. But how would you fix this problem? Because I have an idea.
Gladiator fight.
That's pretty good.
I mean, like everything else, you have to have like a ticket maximum, right? I think that you should have a ticket maximum.
Okay, but
right?
but if you got 38,000 bots.
Right, even that, right? You're exactly right. I mean, I think that would help. Obviously, it's not going to fix the whole thing. I don't know. What's your thought?
We stopped selling them online. And you have to go to JCPenney's like you used to.
So, like, have you ever gone? No, it was Dillard's.
Yeah,
it was Dillard's.
Dillard's. You have to go to a authorized Ticketmaster location.
Shit,
stand in fucking line and buy them. That's
dude. You could buy them in like an Albertsons or a Kroger. Which one was it? I remember going to an Albertsons.
I feel like it was Albertsons
and buying. I completely forgot about that whole memory until just now. I went to an Albertsons.
Yeah.
to buy concert tickets. I want to say it was for Edgefest.
But what year was that?
That was like 2003.
But that's the only, to me, that's the only way that you can fix it, because there's always going to, it's the same thing with like playing video games online. There's always going to be some exploit that somebody's going to find to cheat, right? To cheat the system. And
you're still going to have lines, but at least you're limiting it to zip code or like area.
And you physically have to be there.
Bots are like buying it for Benson Boone across the U.S. He launched all of his tickets, and I guarantee you bots were like buying up all the tickets across the U.S. and then immediately putting them on sale. It doesn't matter where you are when you're online, right?
So Metallica got in trouble because they were
buying and selling.
Yeah, they got pissed off about the whole Napster thing. Well, I guess they're recouping their lost money, and so they would buy and then resell on
That's
the
just as bad as Napster, to be honest with you.
They can't. Well, that's if they do that with shoes, you're backdooring shoes, but they're reselling for the higher price.
Yeah,
like Mannery with Jordans, they were in like it's federal crime. They're being prosecuted for like upcharging for their shoes.
right.
And so it's not right.
Pokemon cards are huge again.
Yeah, they are.
Like I was like, what the fuck? Like I was going by Albertsons the other day, and GameStop had a line out the door, and I was like, I wonder what that's about. And it's like they were selling Pokemon cards that day or something like that. It's getting crazy. But yeah, I don't know.
So
I didn't have to pay. I did go to a concert last week or the week before, and I didn't have to pay a premium.
That's nice.
It was awesome.
Who'd you go see?
Bone Thugs, my dude.
Oh yeah, Bone Thugs. Okay, yeah, that's right.
It was awesome.
So I want to talk about my most recent concert experience as well, but I do want to say that if you notice my shirt that I'm wearing, I've got where is it? Over here on this side. I have the Maltese cross there. I am part of the union now with the local 440, which is part of the Fort Worth Fire Department, because I got sworn in. I am now a single role,
yeah,
because that's what they're calling a single role firefighter.
So the single role is not firefighting.
Exactly. Exactly.
So stupid.
It's wild, but yeah. So that is my official title, is a single role firefighter with the city of Fort Worth now, which is
that's wild.
It is wild. All right. So again, the local 440. Shout out to those guys, because they bought a bunch of tickets for the Jelly Roll concert, Jelly Roll and Friends, at Billy Bob's. I've only been to a handful of concerts at Billy Bob's. I don't really care for it.
Yeah.
I don't like the setup, but they had the entire floor. There was no tables on the floor. So it was only the outer perimeter had tables. We had pit tickets. I've never been in a show that was not a metal show with a mosh pit where I am shoulder to shoulder and can't move my arms.
Yeah.
Except for over there. Like, we were real close.
Dude, Fort Worth got a ton of Jelly Roll fans.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. So Jelly Roll, he's talented. It's his stuff right now. Like, I liked his hip hop, but he's really not for me now.
Yeah,
it's not my thing. He brought out Lainey Wilson, which I'm a little upset, because Lainey, like, I think she went on Ozempic or something.
Bring the butt back.
Yeah,
bring the butt back.
It's not as amazing as what she's very talented though. There was an artist, and I wish I could remember her name, because I wanted to play her for us to get your take on it and tell me if is this hip hop or is this country?
Okay.
So that's how, like, a lot of the show was people with like the little twang in their voice, rapping over country music, basically. And I'm like, this is not country, and this is not hip, but that's Nashville country.
Yeah.
Again, not really my thing. But Post Malone came out. Ooh. And in true Posty fashion, dude, after he did one song with him, and then he hopped down into the crowd. I was not close enough to shake his hand, but he said hi to as many people as he could, signed things before he got back off on the stage and left.
That's awesome,
dude. He is I'm telling you, I think Post Malone is probably one of the greatest. Not artist. I think he's talented, and people get mad because they think he's a culture vulture or whatever. But I think he is one of the most genuine, caring individuals when it comes to music. There's only one other person that I will say is like that I know and I've met personally.
Bono.
And that's well, Chef Bonnell is great.
Bono. I said
Bono. I was
Bono.
like, they said Bono.
I know how much you love Bono.
I fucking hate Bono. No, Jarrett Reddick of Bowling for Soup and the Jarrett Reddick band.
Yeah.
He is a genuine, like, if you see him out in the wild, you go up and talk to him, he's going to take the time to actually talk to you, shake your hand, and he seems like he genuinely cares about you as a person.
Yeah.
So, great individual. I enjoyed that aspect of the show. I don't like the people. I'm going to tell you.
The country people?
I guess. I don't know if it's just like the Billy Bob's crowd or whatever. I don't know what it is. But one of my friends was walking to the bathroom and some guys tried to fight him.
Yeah.
Like, he's literally just trying to make his way through the crowd to go to the bathroom. Wasn't provoking anything. Wasn't stepping on people's feet. Was just trying to get there. And they tried to pick a fight with him. And this he's a short little fella. Like, there's no reason to pick on the short guy.
A single-use fireman?
No.
Oh,
He's actually he's a dual role firefighter.
Whoa.
Not with Fort Worth though.
Okay.
With another place. But yeah, like why? He's just trying to go to the bathroom. That's all. So why start a fight?
Because you get a bunch of drunk rednecks together, Timothy, and someone's going to want to fight somebody. That's just the way that it is.
Yeah, Hervey, I do remember when she had that back bumper, and it's not there anymore. That's the thing, is it's just not there at all. But yeah, like what's his face? Coetzel came out.
Oh, yeah.
So afterwards, they all went to Coetzel riot.
Of course, yeah.
And
Which they
partied
did that before, I want to say. Like last time, Post Malone, I think whenever he was at AT&T Stadium, they hung out at the Coetzel's bar for a little bit. But
yeah, and then still on these artist things and like genuine people, right? So I was listening to a guy who was talking about he drove down to Hillsborough to go to this like little festival thing. It was free, and Paul Wall was headlining it. And they got out there and they were like, it didn't seem like it was going to be that much or whatever. There wasn't like this huge crowd.
Yeah.
But Paul got up there. Paul Wall's up there smiling like he always does and just giving one of the best shows of what he said. And I think, and I haven't had the opportunity to meet him yet, but I think he's also one of those genuine, actual for the people. I mean, he's the people's champ.
Right.
And I like that about some of these, those types of artists.
So let me ask you something. Do you only like white musicians?
No.
It sounds like you're a big fan of white musicians.
I do like white musicians, but I think I like any musician that is going to be nice, friendly, and want to actually be around their people.
That was a good answer. I was hoping you'd like flail a little bit.
No. I imagine that Donald Glover is probably pretty friendly.
I don't know that he is.
I don't know.
I think he might have been back in the day.
Maybe not so much anymore.
I don't know. I get the vibes that he's done with people, but I could be wrong.
But most people are done with people,
right? Yeah,
at
I
this
get
point
it
in life.
So I went to the Bone Thugs concert a couple of weeks, or I think I want to say it was last week, and I didn't go there initially to see Bone Thugs, although what a treat. But Jay Diggs was performing, and so got to see him. He opened up, and he had like a full band. He killed it.
Oh, he had a full band.
Yeah, he did like a full band. They're out of like College Station or something like that, like a house band. And so the music, like it was a good fucking show. Like he put on a really good performance.
Good for Jay.
I mean, we've all seen him. We saw him at whenever he was with Ernie over there at what was it back before it changed over the next to Down and Out.
Cicada.
Yes.
It used to be Mass.
Yeah, Mass, right? So he performed at Mass with It's Ernie, and that was a great show. But, dudes, there's something different when you got the full band behind you, the house band. It was cool.
Yeah.
Talking about the Bone Thugs concert I went to last week.
Oh, at a Hawthorne Theater?
Yeah, welcome back to the show.
It was actually, sorry, it was a work call.
What'd you think about Hawthorne Theater?
So I'd never been. It is... it reminds me like a mix between the Bungalow and Ridgely Theater.
Yeah. It's like a rundown Ridgely.
Yeah.
I've never been into
but I liked it a lot.
I've never been in the main room. I've only been in that side
room. I've been in the main room a few times, and it's just like a...
It was packed out, man. So Jay Diggs opened up, and then XB Valentine was in the middle.
Oh, cool.
And then obviously Bone Thugs closed it out, and it was so much fun. And we saw a couple of people that we knew. Ran into Smooth Vega, of course. I think he was the one that put it all on.
Yeah.
So hell of a show. That was fun. But that was one I didn't have to pay a premium for. Lucky enough, but it was a good time.
We're back to the ticket conversation. Did you talk about how we got tickets to go see Jay-Z? Cheap.
That's a good story.
But we went up to we were online checking to see if we can find it on StubHub, and we were like, man, let's wait until the show's about to start. and it was getting a little cheaper and a little cheaper, and then as soon as showtime happened, it disappeared.
Right.
And so we were already more than halfway to Dallas. And at this point, we're like, dude, let's just go over there. Let's go to the box office. If we find tickets, whatever.
We're in Dallas. We're already there.
So I get out. We get the tickets. I'm like, I want your most expensive seats. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. Well, there are better seats for lesser money if you want to get those.
Yeah, I think we paid like $80 for the best seats they had available. And the ones on StubHub were like about the same price. And they were like fucking nosebleed shitty seats.
So it's always better to go to the box office to get those.
What's wild, though, is back in the day, when you think about StubHub and you think about like the transition of these companies that used to be like for the people, and now they're like
Airbnb's the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you get the point, right? So like back in the day, StubHub was like, I need to get rid of my tickets. I'm just going to sell them, right? Not at a premium. I just need to get rid of my tickets because I bought them and now I can't go. And so generally people like us could just swipe those up before. You would always have tickets available for sale right before a show. However, they used to have the thing where it's like 30 minutes before the show starts, they cut off StubHub, right? That's why we got fucked. It's because we just waited. We got too close to the sun.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we were 30 minutes from the start of the show, all the tickets disappeared. We're like, shit, no, we're fucked. But no, so now StubHub is just like, not only is it a premium from the seller's perspective, there's also all of these fees with premiums. And so now you're paying, like if you look at a $100 ticket on StubHub, it's going to end up being $150 when it's all said and done because of everything. It's just like, there's nothing for us anymore.
So the fees that I paid for our Nine Inch Nails tickets is what really drove the price up. Mm-hmm. I ended up having $150 worth of fees. And I was like, holy crap. Dude. Yeah.
So like I was looking when we went to the Rangers game. So that's something else that we did. We went to the Rangers game.
We had a bunch of glizzies.
we fucking sure handfuls of hot dogs and glizzy hats.
5 glizzies in within the first inning.
1 inning, 5 glizzies apiece. It was wild. You boys can get it. But like I was looking at parking ahead of time because you could buy parking on StubHub, and it was like $25 parking. I'm like, perfect. That seems cheaper than what we're probably going to see. After fees, it was like $47.
Suck my dick from the back.
Like, and we pay $25 for parking.
Exactly. It's so stupid, man. God damn. It's ridiculous. For the what? For the ease? Because you emailed it to me, bro. Like it's wild.
Right. Yeah.
I used ChatGPT to translate this real quick.
Okay. Are you going to try one of these?
I'm going to open this up.
We're going to try them all.
So Moshi Nangao.
There's a pepper in the back of it.
Yes,
it's got to be hot.
Spicy Konjac strips is what it translates to. Fragrant spicy Konjac strips. Konjac is very healthy, very smooth texture, high quality and safe.
Okay.
Ready to eat Konjac product.
So we went to, when we were in Macau, which is like the Vegas.
It's like macaque.
No. We went into a 7-Eleven to get a bunch of beers because we're going to go back to the Venetian, which is where we were staying, and just like stay up and party in the room or whatever. And they had like shrimp. But like, you know when you see like a beef stick, right? Like to us, beef jerky or beef sticks is no big deal. Yes, it's meat. Yes, it's on the shelf, whatever. But they had shrimp like that, like shrimp and crab and stuff like sitting on the shelf. Like you could just get like shelf, what do you call it? Shelf crab?
Like a sushi, like a fucking...
Yeah, but it wasn't cool. It wasn't cold. It's just like shelf stable is the word I'm looking for. Shelf stable shrimp and crab. We got it. It tastes great. It's just weird eating lukewarm shrimp. Like,
I mean,
or I think we had the crab actually. It was like lukewarm. We might have had both. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't fuck with that too much. It tasted great. It's just that.
All right, the Chinese have one thing bad. From.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a difference between East and West. I think it's one of those things where you're like, well, they're like, oh, this is how we normally eat it, and you're so attuned from being in a different culture. You're like, oh God, it's not cold. Like it's not.
I mean, I'm here for it.
It's warm. Like,
but it was weird. Yeah. We had a century egg.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was not that bad.
Really?
It was way better than I thought it was.
Yeah, they have dried shrimp down the Hispanic aisle.
Yeah, they do, and they have a little salsa packet with that.
Oh, yeah.
But so if okay, it's kind of like what is calf fries. If you wouldn't have told me like what it was before I eat it, then I'm sure I'm like, okay, I'll eat it.
Have you had one? You've had one.
What?
Calf fry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
but I mean the same thing with the century egg. I'm sure like.
I mean, it's a black egg.
Yeah, I'm sure they're like, if I was blindfolded and they're like, hey, taste this and we'll see what you think.
Oh yeah, you would have thought it was good.
Yeah.
It actually was tasty. But it is a weird thing to get around because it's like this blue, green, black egg.
Yeah. And the baby's still inside, right?
I don't know how I feel about this. No, that's not that. That's a different egg.
No, that's the goose egg. This is different.
So what do I do with this?
Eat it. I'm not sure. It's a weird texture.
I'm not going to smell
So I
it.
think that's seafood, right?
How do I?
I don't know what konjac is.
I'm pretty sure that's seafood right there. It's probably like fucking jellyfish or something. It doesn't taste bad. It's weird.
It's just weird. What is konjac? It's actually a type of root vegetable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't hate it. It's not something that I'm like, oh, I would want to eat that as a snack. All
I
the
feel like
time.
I would put this on rice. You know what I mean? Like put it on rice to kind of like flavor
Christy's
it up.
right. That's balut. Is what you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah, balut is the goose like half
Nobody
alive.
wants it.
Which
I just don't want to get my hands dirty.
Just lick your fingers like it's Cheetos.
No, I don't like food on my hands that
Is
much.
nobody going to eat it?
Look, I'm not as bad as
I'll eat it all.
Eat it, get it.
Tim?
In China, like they wash their hands before dinner and after dinner, very clean. They also wear gloves. If you're going to eat anything with your hands, you wear like latex gloves.
I know a bunch of people at work that do that.
I do not.
I typically don't either.
Like if you were going to have wings, would you have like latex gloves to eat them?
No, I'm gonna get extremely messy.
Yeah. See, I don't like getting messy, so I understand. I just also
You didn't play in the
don't
mud
wanna
as a child,
use-
did you?
Of course I did.
No.
I played in the mud all the time.
I don't believe it.
I just don't like. I don't like food on my hands.
Have you
Mud's
been
fine.
to,
You don't mind blood on your hands. You just don't like food on your hands.
I'm fine with blood, grease, everything else, just not food on my hands.
get her in the wrong month. No, have you never had a crab boil?
Yes.
yeah, we've done seafood boils.
Yeah, dude. I do.
Well, not crawfish boils.
Crawfish.
It's the
but
same thing.
Go into like an actual
It's still
crab boil.
it's messy.
It's very messy. Like I'm talking like sauce on your hands.
Yeah,
so
like
is
a crab pot or something like
so
that,
is
yeah.
crawfish.
Yeah, but you're being like delicate. You're
Have
like,
you never actually been to one of the crawfish boils?
yes, remember we got COVID at one.
I'm
No,
covered,
that was a glizzy.
and I'm covered in sauce whenever I eat at the crawfish.
Yeah, we put like the sauce and the seasoning, and then
Yes,
we
I
put more
love it.
sauce on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But over there in Hewlin, we go to one over there. It's really good.
There's one that my barber mentioned. She said that there's like this crab place down Saginaw, Maine, and I've been wanting to go because I like those spots because they bring it in like a big bag, right? And they shake it all up with a bunch of shit. And she said it was fucking awesome. So I want to try it out soon. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Shout out to AD.
There's one over there on Hewlin, right by where Jesus and Crystal used to live. It's right near the train tracks
Oh yeah.
on Hewlin, and it's really good. And like, it's a treat for us. We'll go
Yeah.
over there and stuff our faces. I'll bring gloves from work and get messy.
I love this ChatGPT because I'm using the camera feature and I'm asking. So I asked, "What is this?"
Spread my ass.
This is Hawthorne snack bar made by Life and 6 ingredients. It's
Christy.
fruit-based bar made primarily with hawthorn berries and 5 other ingredients. No additives. Strip shaped with real ingredients made from original fruit puree. And the 6 ingredients are red dates, hawthorn, cinnamon, barley, lotus seed, and Job's tears.
Job's tears.
From Arrested Development.
Actually, yeah, probably.
That's funny.
Okay, so we're gonna break off a piece of this and try it.
All right, so we've all talked about what we've been up to. I think that we pretty much covered it all.
Yeah, in an
What
hour.
do we have on the agenda, Timothy?
Well, let me pull up my notes here.
Oh, this is perfect. We got 3 of these weird Job tears sticks.
All right, so first off, we've we got a new pope.
By the way, this is about as sweet as you're going to get on a Chinese snack. It's like sweet at first, and it's like, oh, where'd it go?
A little sour.
Yeah. It's,
I can definitely
citrusy,
taste the
citrusy.
tears. All right, so we got a new pope.
Is this his body, the old pope?
Well, I'm going to get to that here in a second, but the new pope is from America.
yeah.
He's actually from Chicago.
Da pope.
He's a Sox fan because of the region of the Chicago area that he's from.
Nice.
So he's a Sox fan. That's one thing. He is changing the holy sacraments. So that did come out. So the body of Christ is now a dipped Italian beef with jardiniere, spicy jardiniere,
Shut the fuck up.
and the blood of Christ is malort.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef. So, funny story. So, we went over. Southside Cellars was doing their 5-year anniversary a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to Southside
That
Cellars. and all the
Cantillon.
guys there. Yeah, they had Cantillon on
They
tap
were
and everything.
they were raffling bottles too.
Yeah, crazy. And so met up with like Jordan and Lance over there to grab a beer, but we also went to Nickel City. And what does he do? He gets a shot of Malort, right? Because he's a degenerate. And so he gets a couple of shots of Malort, and they didn't bring him out in shot glasses. They had like these little metal gravy boats.
Oh, nice. At Nickel?
Yeah, and we're like, why is this? And Kat was like, because the fucking Pope's from Chicago. And I was like, okay, good enough for me.
Yeah, so that's anytime that Lance and I go to, because he'll randomly hit me up. He's like, hey, we're going to Nickel. I'm like, all right, I'll just pop over there, have a couple drinks. And every single time I walk in, it's either if I'm there first, I'm getting the Malort. If he's there first, we're getting Malort. We do Malort shots every single time we go out now.
I've only done 2 Malort shots, and they were both because of Lance.
Every time we go to Two Lanes for after we record, we'll go walk over there, to get some pizza.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You guys got Malort?" He's like, "For the last time, we don't." And he's like, "I'm going to keep asking. I'm going to keep asking."
Do.
Yes. And
they're losing out on money. Do y'all record every week or every other week?
Every other week. Okay. But we haven't recorded in about a month because he's been busy, I've been busy. So, I mean.
Shout out to the man for getting out.
All right, so back on the Pope, though. So he's the first American Pope.
Yes.
Big deal, right? Pretty big deal. He's already an internet icon, and he's basically the meme saint.
Gladys said that he had been fighting evil since before he became the Pope.
Yeah.
Because it was the Sox Astros World Series that he was.
What's wild is I saw someone post, and she was filming her mom, and her mom was over there saying like she dated the Pope before he was the Pope.
Really?
Like back in the day.
Before he renounced women?
Yeah, this lady has slept with the Pope.
Also a tuna can, I guess, right?
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
He was like, I gotta go to the church because my dick is too big.
Yeah, so again,
that's how he talks.
You don't deserve this.
My penis, I'm giving you to the Lord.
So here's the whole thing. So the Vatican just got a Midwestern upgrade. Because the new Pope's from Chicago, and yes, that means communion now includes a shot of Malort and a hot Italian beef on a paper plate.
I heard Portillo's is opening next door to the Vatican.
They are. They're actually opening right in the middle of it. So he's got the Holy Spirit, but he also has Jordan era Bulls energy. This dude might declare the Eucharist, what is it? Eucharist invalid if served without Jardiniere, right?
I'm sure he's front of the line to get those Air Jordan 4 white cements next week.
So everybody, since he became Pope, everybody's been just talking about him. There's memes popping up everywhere, all sorts of stuff. I think this is what I'm just going to say it. I think this is what the Catholic Church needed. They needed something because it's a kind of a pivot. It's a pivot into the culture of today, right?
It's like Dogma where they changed Jesus.
Yeah, kind
Buddy
of. Buddy
Jesus.
So. I think it is like that. I think
watched that recently.
I think we're going to see Buddy Christ. He's going to have his thumb out there like that. Yeah. So in 2025, the path to sainthood starts with an algorithm. The Vatican doesn't need a conclave; they need a social media manager now. Mm-hmm. I think that's actually pretty accurate.
But there was a lot of people who were like, "Oh, he didn't say speaking," because I watched the whole thing. Have you seen all the AI edits though? No.
So first off, there's a shit ton of AI edits popping up for all sorts of things. This being one of them. They had him up there and AI edited, basically talking shit on the Cubs. Speaking of AI edits, they have this whole thing with Caitlin Clark doing press conferences talking shit about Angel Reese.
Bro, she a scrub. Angel Reese is a scrub.
And it's some of the funniest stuff ever. So now I'm having a hard time understanding what's what. Like, is this real?
Real life for AI?
Yes, and it's really fucking with me here.
It's gotten pretty good.
This?
AI? No, the AI stuff. Yeah,
that's just grilled chicken breast.
Let me. I don't have any of the Pope ones, but I do want to play.
I use my chopsticks.
So this is AI of Caitlin Clark talking.
I shouldn't have fouled Angel Reese on that layup. We all know she would have missed it twice anyways. I was just trying to save her from looking really stupid. I fouled her so hard one of her eyelashes fell off. I'm the LeBron of women's basketball, and Angel's the Michael Jordan of Joakim Noah's. She dribbles like a blind girl that's 6 tequila shots deep. She's one bad season away from starting an OnlyFans page and selling molds of her beefy tang for $20.
My God.
Angel has her own McDonald's special, so I told her to put the fries in the bag. She should be more humble because she's going to be selling autographs at a strip club during lunchtime soon. If it wasn't for me, she'd be doing tricks for Shaq in order to pay rent.
Yeah, so that's all AI.
What if it wasn't though?
What if it wasn't, dude? At first, when I first started seeing these pop up, I was like, "Holy shit! They're allowing this."
AI videos are getting a lot better too. They're not like these spaghetti monster things, right? Like they're
Will
actually
Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah, actually, there was a funny comparison. It's like this is what it looked like when it first came out, like Sora or whatever. Will Smith eating spaghetti, and then the new one, and it actually looks like it could be Will Smith eating spaghetti. It's wild. It's crazy. It's getting there. It's getting there.
All right. So,
What'd y'all think about the chicken breast?
It's really good.
chicken breast isn't bad. It had a lot of flavor.
Damn,
Tasted
the
good.
Chinese really do a good job when it comes to these types of snacks.
All right. So, we're just kind of catching up on what's happened in the world, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this number one pick that the Mavs have got? I have a conspiracy.
Oh, Cooper Flag?
Well, yeah. So they're getting number one in the draft. Number one, the first pick in the draft, right?
Likely Cooper Flag.
Likely Cooper Flag.
Well, Patrick Dumont, the fucking douchebag, said that they were going to get him. So,
All right. So is it rigged?
yes.
Because
Yes.
everybody hates Nico so much.
No, I think
And
it's
everybody
because
hates what happened.
They talked about how players were given up to other teams, and that team ended up getting the first round pick. Happened with the Clippers. Happened with the Pelicans. Happened with the Lakers. No, wait. No, not with the Lakers.
What was the percentage chance you said?
1.8.
Wild.
Oops, wrong one. So I want to play this. So the whole Nico thing, and
These are way better than I thought they were going to be.
Really good. What is it?
It is a Chinese snack called Classic Crispy Rice Crust.
Very delicious.
so this is one of my favorite clips that I've heard.
Hold on,
yeah,
real quick.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
This has got the texture of a cinnamon toast crunch, right? Mm-hmm. But then, like, it's flavorful, like, you know, a cracker. You know what I mean?
You're a flavor for a cracker.
Thanks, Boo Boo.
Why shouldn't you be fired? Well, one, I think I've done a really good job here, and I don't think I can be judged by the injuries this year. You have to judge from totality, from beginning to end, and so I think I have a really good working relationship with Patrick. I think you add in Rick. The leadership that we have is really elite. And you'll see next year when our team comes back, we're going to be competing for a championship. Watch.
All right, so you have that one, right? Mm-hmm. And then
That's not AI.
No, that's real.
That's real. He
You
said
know
that.
that Luka was important to the fan base. I didn't quite know it to what level, but really the way we looked at it is, you know, if you're putting a team on the floor that's Kyrie, Clay, PJ, Anthony Davis, and Lively. We feel that's a championship caliber team, and we would have been winning at a high level, and that would have quieted some of the outrage. And so unfortunately we weren't able to do that, so it just continued to, you know, go on and on.
The fact that the man said, I did know that Luka was important to the fan base, I didn't quite know to what level.
Right.
That tells me that
Disconnected.
he is so disconnected from the team,
I
right?
think it's just a fucking cop-out because obviously they have Dallas did a Luka Doncic day, like every year, and
yeah, it's a cop-out.
how many commercials, Jordan Brand commercials, do you see of him? He's a Jordan Brand athlete. I mean, obviously he's like breaking records.
He's on every billboard for the Mavs.
Yeah, he's got murals painted of him.
Right.
It's just a fucking cop-out.
So, okay, I've not, to be completely honest with you, I don't really watch college ball at all. So tell me a little bit about Cooper Flag. Like, if you were to grade Luka a 1 to 100, what, like an 89?
No, I give him a 94.
94. What would you give Cooper Flag so far from what you've
Same
seen?
thing, two-way player, offense and defense, generational, they say. I I believe it. You know, but again, it's kind of tough with these first round picks or these first overall picks.
Right.
Because you never know. Who was the first round pick for the, who was it? Tyrese Halliburton or Obi Toppin was like the first overall pick.
No, they weren't. Wasn't it?
Ant Edwards.
No,
Ant.
it wasn't even Ant. Wasn't it? It wasn't
was
LaMelo.
No.
There was a lot that class. I thought LaMelo had all the hype and he went first, and then Anthony Edwards I think is stellar.
Yeah.
Right, but Halliburton's stellar too. They're both better than LaMelo.
Yes, you're right.
That's why it's like it is hard to tell like a first year player out of college how well they're going to do years down the road. You know,
it's kind of with Jordan. Like he played his first season, had injuries the second, and he was out for a whole year.
I mean, you are taking a gamble.
You are, and
Because yes, you can perform at a high level on the college, but I mean it is proven that sometimes that doesn't translate over into the actual NBA.
yeah. I mean, look, after all this stuff with Luka, they're saying that the Hawks won the draft because Luka was traded to the Mavericks. The Hawks won because they still have their player who was picked over Luka.
But you know this whole thing with Nico Harris, you know it's bad, and whenever Charles Barkley is telling him basically to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's like, just stop.
Yeah.
Stop doing presses.
Like
Press conferences.
he should have stopped. But I cannot imagine basically being being the most hated man in NBA right now. You go to a game and all they are chanting is fire Nico.
Everywhere. He was in an SMU basketball game. He got booed over there. He
Yeah.
said fire Nico.
Yeah,
It's wild. Was Halliburton the first?
how'd you know I was looking it up? Anthony Edwards was number one. Then James Wiseman, who.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he fell off the face of the planet, right? LaMelo, Patrick Williams, Isaac Okoro, Onyeka Okongwu, Killian Hayes, Obi Toppin, Denny Avdija, and then Jalen Smith. Dude, Halliburton wasn't even in the top 10.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jalen Smith is the only other than Ant and LaMelo.
He went. Tyrese Halliburton went 12th.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Is he still? He's in the last four, right?
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is. He's been killing it.
Him and Anthony are both in it right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I want to step away from the sports star. I just wanted to bring that up because that's the star. We'll just chat about the stars real quick.
Tonight's the
dude.
start of the Western Conference Finals,
Game
right?
one.
Game one. This has been I'm holding my breath, man. Just watch because I'm not watching the games. I refuse to watch the games because I feel like if I watch them, I'm going to jinx them.
Same.
Because
Same.
So I went the first hockey game I went to this season. We lost. I was like, I don't need to be here. Don't need to be here.
You live, you learn.
And so now I get the updates on my phone, and that's good enough for me. And then I'll watch the highlights. I'm like, okay, cool, we're ahead. Because I just fear as soon as because it was the same thing as I watched the Mavs. And I started getting really into wanting to watch them. I put it on, and we're losing every single game. The game I went to, and every game I watched, we were losing. I'm like, I don't need to do this.
Yeah.
I feel like the guy. I feel like what was the dude from Silver Lining Playbook?
Oh, Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I feel like him. Like you got to sit in a certain seat. You got to wear a certain jersey.
Dude,
you gotta
I do that.
Stuff. Yeah,
I do that.
Yeah, so just not watching. I'm just keeping up with it. I get the Stars update on my phone.
If they score and my hand's on my wiener, then it's staying there the entire game.
The entire game, yeah. So
did y'all know that RAR is done?
Yeah. Saturday was the last day.
Saturday was the last day that they've been in the
Tap
building
room.
for like 20 years, which is wild. We've been going for what, 15 years? I know that I've been going since like the Super Bowl was here for sure, right?
Yeah.
So we went because it was the last day. And then the game was going on, right? And so we went over and hopped over to the chat room to watch the last period. And I hadn't been in a bar for a sports game, match, whatever, in a long time. And, dude, the energy even in the chat room was wild.
Yeah.
In that overtime, shit, it was fun. I forgot how fun it is to watch a game in a bar. Like, I remember watching most of the World Series for the Rangers a couple years back in,
I think it depends on the bar, though, because
Agreed.
if you went to the Amber Room,
it very much depends on the bar, but that's when you're going to get that energy, right? That you can't get at home, but you're not going to go to the game, or you can't, or it's too expensive. You're still going to get a good amount of energy. At a
Like
bar.
Down and Out, they
Shit.
They've been killing.
We almost went to Down and Out. I'm like, I want to be able to order a drink. That place is going to be fucking packed.
Like, I mean, they were posting videos of like the overtime win, and
Yeah.
man, I can't. Like tonight, they have a thing going on.
So I want to go, and I will go to Victory Plaza or whatever when we start. Like whenever it's
If we go to the Stanley
if
Cup?
we go to Stanley Cup, I'm going to go out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Just take the TRE. We'll pregame. Like
How many?
I'll already be down there.
How many games do we have to?
Four.
Do to win?
This
Four.
is
So
the-
we got four games when we make it this, because we're going to go to Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
hold
So-
on.
We're going to go to Stanley Cup. So it's 4 games, right?
Yeah.
We got to win 4 games. So I guess game 2 or game 3 or whatever.
If we're up 3-1, then
Yeah, we're going to be out there.
just like this last time, yeah, because we were up 3-1 and then they won, and it's
Yeah.
when I watched it, and then I.
But I will start at once we hit game 3. I will start going out.
Oh man,
I'm going to go to I'm going to go to Victory Plaza.
Yeah.
Because I want to be there for that. I can't
That'd be
go to the
fun.
game. I can't go to the game, but I want to be there for that.
Let me
So
know, man. I'll probably be at work. I'll just
Yeah.
come right on over.
Just come right on over. We'll hang out. There's stuff there, right?
Tons of stuff.
I've never really
Man,
hung out
there's
at
like
Victory
2
Plaza.
or 3 really cool bars right there in like the little plaza, and
It's going to be
tons of stuff
packed
within like walking.
It's going to be
distance.
packed.
Yeah,
and I understand that, but for once, I want to experience that, and I will call out if we win. I will call off for the parade. I will go to the parade.
yeah. Same.
Yeah,
Same.
I want to be there because I didn't get to do it for the Mavs championship, and I didn't get to do it for.
I didn't get to do it for the Rangers.
I didn't get to do it
parents
for the
did.
Rangers. I didn't get to do it for whenever the Stars won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
So this will be a first, and I'm really looking forward to that. I don't want to wait till he gets back. We'll start talking about this, but I want to bring up this whole like Kanye's taken he's doubled down.
Okay.
He has doubled down with anti-Semitic, pro-Hitler stuff with this most recent track.
Some track. He's got music out.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I have not even been paying attention.
on X. I don't think it can be released on. The song amassed millions of streams on X. It was taken down from like pretty much everything else. But he's basically he released a new song. The title was "Blurred in Controversy," which he explicitly praises Adolf Hitler.
Shut the fuck up.
We're talking about Kanye and his Adolf Hitler track.
You didn't know about this either? Good, because I had no idea. I thought I was the only one.
So yeah, he's it's been streaming on X, which is now this X is now acts as a pseudo streaming service under Elon Musk's free speech crusade. I'm all for free speech, right?
Yeah.
To an extent, I think Germany's doing it right, where you get in trouble for doing pro-Hitler things. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. So just when we thought Kanye couldn't spiral deeper, he went full final boss of cancel culture and made Hitler the feature. No remix, no irony. Just Hitler was misunderstood with an 808.
I'm not even listening
shit.
to anything. I got, I told you like I ordered stuff from his website like in December.
Yeah.
And I got it like a month ago, and I'm like, oh, okay, these are okay, but
The sock shoes?
no, I already had those. Those
Okay.
are trash. Like the
Did you buy the shirt?
And what do you expect for $20?
Did you buy the shirt?
I didn't. Hell no. No.
Okay.
I'm just walking around with a swastika.
I was like,
no,
don't tell me you bought the
he
shirt.
had like slides, not slides, but like flippies. Like it's like a clog. It's a clog.
Okay.
It's a fucking clog, and I'm like, these are weird. Like, what the fuck is the deal with these? There's no badging or anything on it.
Yeah.
It's like you could have bought it on Temu.
Which, yeah.
Probably.
Which
did
it
that.
probably-
Probably
yeah.
there, yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right, so
Dude, what a fucking downward.
Didn't he so a couple things. We talked about him and the nitrous, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's now suing the dentist or whatever because he's saying he got him hooked. Okay. I mean, but yeah, it takes some responsibility too, though. But yeah, cool. And then also, isn't he getting a divorce?
He got divorced. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's already divorced.
He's already divorced.
Dude, how quick was this one? It's only been like a year or two, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking wild.
They actually changed the rules to the. I forgot what awards show or con music, the Con Film Festival, about dress code. Like you can't wear anything that's sheer, or you're showing body parts.
yeah, I
They
mean,
changed because like
well, she showed up
the
with
Grammys because she showed up naked. Pretty
naked.
much.
Yeah.
Which I love the body. I love the human body. It's fucking great. Love it. But they're like,
So I mean, at this point, I think we've reached a point where Kanye is basically playing chicken with morality,
that's about right.
and he's kind of losing it. People take it as thinking it's like, well, this is performance art or whatever, but there's got to be a point to where it's not right. There's no way this is performance art. And you see like old Kanye pictures where like he was like anti-fascist or whatever. He's got a shirt
with a Nazi logo,
right, and now he's got one without the X over the front of it. It's wild. So this has now become propaganda with a beat. It feels like.
If you want to go reference this, go back to our episode of the Rise and Fall of Kanye West.
He's also come out and said that he is, I believe, part of the KKK now.
Jesus Christ. So he was not. Keenan did a impression of Kanye on this week's SNL. And he was so fucking good because Mike Myers is as himself going into an elevator, and then Kanye gets into the elevator with him with a little thing of nitrous, and they like talk about how they haven't seen each other since the whole like President Bush doesn't like black people thing from back in like the early 2000s, right? It was such a good skit though. It was pretty funny because Mike Myers is like scared to be in an elevator alone with Kanye, and he's like, anyone please get in an elevator. They're like, we'll take the next one. It was such a good skit. It was pretty funny.
So Kanye's not misunderstood. He's not misunderstood. He's just monetizing outrage.
So
that's my hot take on this. He's just monetizing outrage. I don't know if he fully believes this. Maybe he does. Maybe I'm giving him too much benefit of the doubt that he actually doesn't believe this, and he's just like doubling down on there's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah,
all press is good press, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm not, but the more he puts out there, the more people are looking into it. The more people are streaming. The more people are giving him.
I don't know, but I feel like his OG fans are dropping him, right? Because it's not good. It's not old Kanye. It's not respectable. And all he's doing is pulling in these like small time. They're just listening to it because it's the flavor of the week type shit. So it's not going to be like long-term exposure. Well, exposure, yes. Like he's going to be on the news fucking constantly, but not like long-term, like actually liking his art.
So I'm very glad we're talking about Kanye right now, because I have a question to ask. And this is not about himself, like him himself. Let's say, like, you saw somebody text you or messages you, they're like, hey, your picture is on a thing, and I saw it on the internet. Like, a picture of you's on there. Like, not a bad picture, but somebody's using your picture that you took, and it's online. Like, what would you think? Like,
Say this again. What do you mean? So you took a picture and someone else is using it.
You saw a picture of somebody online.
Somebody tells you they saw a picture of you online, and they're like, hey, bro, your picture's on this thing, and it's funny. I'm just going to... Okay, so I had a couple friends...
Very cryptic.
I had a couple of friends message me, and they're like, dude, your picture is on a thumbnail of a podcast about Kanye, and he's using your picture. It's his thumbnail. And I'm like, what the fuck? It was our cop friend.
Okay.
And another buddy of mine that I used to work with. And I go over there, and I'm like, what is he talking about? Sure as shit. Look at this guy shooting with Kanye.
What the fuck? That's the picture of you meeting Kanye that one time.
Yes.
Oh, that's wild.
It's got 146,000 views.
Yeah.
From 6 days ago.
Yes. And so I'm like, what the fuck?
That's wild. So this is a podcast? Someone else's podcast?
So he's, I guess, a shooter locally.
Don't eat this.
Locally, he's a guy, he's a Second Amendment guy. And
because Defender Outdoors, that's where he was. Got it. Okay.
And so he was saying, like, well, he went in there, and I was giving him the rules, and he didn't shoot anything. Did you already get some of this?
Yeah.
This me?
Yeah, all you.
It's a sponge cake.
And
it's a bubble waffle.
It's not very sweet. Be good with some syrup.
That might be what
Scissor.
that is.
Let's just do that.
Somebody ordered pancakes. I just did the scissor. No, they were like, yeah, he was like, weird. And I'm like, bro, he was nice outside. Like, I'm just thinking, like.
So they're on there talking shit about Kanye.
Yeah.
Right now. Okay, got you.
So that's funny that your picture's on there.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the episode that we did, and somehow they just like took your face and was using that. I was like, that's wild.
But
So
I was
they
like-
used the Defender Outdoors post.
Yeah.
And you were on that post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a picture I posted, and they.
Reposted or whatever. Yeah.
So I think we're at a point now that I think we should use this. This should be like our social media or social meter. Is if Alex Jones begins to say, "Whoa, you need to chill" to Kanye, that's how we know like it's too far. Because I mean, they're turning the freaking frogs gay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's something we need to look at. But like, Kanye has gone so left field, right? We went from Jesus walks to goose stepping beats. It's getting a bit ridiculous.
Dude, when I was in Houston, I saw this guy that looked exactly like Alex Jones.
He probably was him.
I told Sarish, I was like, holy fuck. I think that's, I couldn't remember his name at the time. I was like, that's the guy that Javier like does a really good impression of on the show. And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, the fucking weirdo, the guy that does all the shows and shit. And she's like, what are you talking about? And like, I couldn't think of it. And so I had to look him up, and I realized that he's bald now. So I know it wasn't him because this guy had hair.
Yeah.
But I swear, he looked just like Alex Jones 3 years ago. Like, the dude looks just fucking, it was wild. It wasn't him.
So Kanye's career is now just a speed run to infamy, which is something that we all wanted to live in.
All three of us.
And the worst part is that we are all still watching it.
I'm not. I'm pretty checked out, to be honest.
Good.
With you. I'm not.
Me too. I'm not.
I'm watching it then.
I'm not interested in anything he does anymore. Like if I see something he's training somewhere, I'm like, racism, KKK, Hitler.
My curiosity's not even going to win on this song. Like, I don't even care. At first, I'm like, oh, do I want to listen to it? And then immediately I was like, no, I do not. Why would I want to listen to that? You know what I mean?
I don't know. All right, so
Did you listen to it?
No, I haven't listened to it.
Okay.
I have not listened to it. I haven't gone and tried to find it. All right, so I want to. We're coming to a little bit towards the end of our show here.
Yeah.
Eat my ass. And I want to. I want to bring up the. This is Florida Fiction. And this is a segment.
Is this a game?
Yes, this is a game. Florida or Fiction.
Okay.
Brunch crimes and aquatic assaults. All right, so it's time for Florida and Fiction. I'm going to read a headline. You guess if it's real or if it's made up on a bad edible. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so round number one, headline. Florida man turns iguanas into breakfast meat amid egg inflation. So he actually turns iguana eggs into breakfast.
Iguana eggs.
Yeah, iguana eggs.
Okay. I think if it was just iguanas, I would say yes. Iguana eggs, I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no too.
That's actually real.
Ah,
He started harvesting iguana eggs and cooking them up.
I feel like that's a very small amount of
I feel like it is
meat.
too. But you know, whenever
Those
eggs are so
like
expensive,
a
whatever.
dime.
All right. Florida man tried to marry dolphin for tax purposes.
Fake.
Wait,
Okay.
hold on. Say it again.
Florida man don't be Googling this.
I'm not.
Florida man tried to marry dolphin for tax purposes.
No.
All right, you're correct. That was fiction. Still less weird than half the shit that actually happens in
Now,
Tallahassee.
Florida
though.
man does weird shit, but Florida man ain't fucking no dolphin.
All right, so Florida man throws live gator through Wendy's drive-through window.
Yes.
True.
That is correct.
Nice.
Okay. Oh no! What just happened?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I actually opened up a whole new note.
yeah.
All right, where was I?
Oh,
at?
no. Oh, I got my new license.
Florida
Real
man.
ID?
Yes, my real ID. Look at it.
Dude, that thing came out like years ago.
Florida man attempts to sue Disney over PTSD from haunted mansion.
Yes.
What?
Florida man attempts to sue Disney over PTSD from haunted mansion.
No.
You say
There's
no, you
ghosts
gotta yes.
around me.
It is false.
Yeah.
Raspberries.
All right.
Florida man's going to
They let me keep my headband on.
I see that.
I look like
They ain't giving no shit.
I look like
you have to leave your headband on?
Yeah, I look like a Mexican Duck Dynasty guy.
That's exactly what you look like.
Good Lord.
Holy shit, that's a good comparison.
Ah, fuck my cousin.
All right, and to finish off with this, with a separate segment that's not Florida, this is going to be Holy Shit History.
Okay.
All right,
So that was it on Florida?
I was that was it on Florida. You won that.
I got one up. I never win. You always win those things, man. You're good at that shit.
All right, so
It's guessing most of the time.
It's always guessing. You're a better guesser than I am.
all right, so for holy shit history, it's not a game, but I want to bring up a little bit of Pope trivia. Did you know in 897 AD, Pope Stephen IV literally dug up the corpse of Pope Formosus,
Foreplay.
whatever that other pope was, who had been dead for 9 months, and put him on trial.
Yes.
Shut the fuck
Yes.
up.
It's true, right?
Yes, it is true. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's history. So,
This man touched children.
so Pope Stephen IV.
That's a regular-ass name.
Or the fifth, I mean. Literally dug up this corpse.
So you're telling me there were 4 other popes named Stephen?
I guess, well, we're on Louis the whatever.
Leo.
I mean,
Did y'all know that they choose the name based off of like their
The other popes?
background? Yeah, and who they were.
Who they're going to kind of reign as?
Right, yeah. I didn't know that.
So
So
Pope John Paul I. Now, Pope John Paul II named himself after the first because he died really quick. The first died like within a month,
oh, wow.
I think.
So he did it just kind of out of like memorandum.
Yeah.
Got you.
So the reason why Pope Stephen, which is a wild name for a pope, Stephen.
Pope
Why?
Jesse.
Yeah.
Pope asshole. No, that's not a name.
Pope Jimmy.
Pope Jimmy. Pope Dale Earnhardt V.
So
Christ.
can we get Dale into sainthood? Supporting the wrong. So he dug him up and put him on trial for supporting the wrong political faction, which was the. Yeah, so it was another empire that was over Stephen's allies from Spoleto.
This man said a pineapple on a pizza always.
I didn't realize they're so political too. Like it's I mean, when you think about it, like the president of the United States has probably some of the most power and or at least one of the most well-known people across the world, right? But Pope is up there too. Like it's wild how much control they have, and so I never really thought about like the political people.
So
It's
during
wild.
the trial, the corpse was dressed in the papal robes, propped up in a chair, and assigned a deacon to speak for him.
Holy shit.
He wanted me to tell you this is a fucked up.
And the old days were the best.
He was found guilty, stripped of titles, had his blessing fingers chopped off, and was thrown in the Tiber River. The public hated it. Stephen was overthrown months later and strangled in prison.
Yeah, no shit. That is fucked up.
It's almost as terrible men accusing women of being witches like in Jamestown because they didn't want to date them. This woman's a witch. She told me that I can masturbate or jump off a roof and chug 4 locos.
So this was literally
got better.
This was literally this was a Pope version of Weekend at Bernie's. I feel like, you just propped him up. This wasn't justice; it was a medieval roast with an actual corpse. Pope Stephen invented cancel culture by literally canceling a dead guy. This is why you always check the job description. Pope apparently includes corpse court judge. It's the wildest thing that I've ever seen in one of the wildest things in history. And we got a new pope, and hopefully he doesn't dig up Pope Francis.
I think we're okay.
He's like, Jimmy Hoffa's body's buried in one of these buildings.
He might actually know.
He might. He's a saint.
Yeah, all right. So
How about the murders? What murders?
that's all I
From
got.
the chat, did they have sunglasses back then? Because
That's what I feel like. You put the sunglasses on the Pope, and
they like marionette the old Pope.
Oh, he's like a Muppet. Somebody's got a hand up his ass.
so I didn't realize that the Vatican had like a
Sbarro outside. Chad knows. He went over there.
No, they basically have like a
2 Sbarros.
They have like a not a hotel, like an apartment that is not really where the Pope normally would stay, but like because Pope Francis took like a whole like vow of poverty or whatever, he stayed in the poor Pope house or whatever. Yeah,
Poor Pope house. We got 2 houses. One a richer Pope and one a poorer Pope.
He just sleeps in the Pope mobile.
yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Francis was he actually changed the Pope mobile away from the bubble one because he felt like he wasn't connected to the people. He wanted to be part of the people, and you know what? Nobody tried to assassinate him.
He just had a bunch of glory holes and like around it.
Jesus
He's like, "Hey, who wants to get the clothes? I do that." And I'm kidding. I'm so sorry. please.
All
All
right.
right, so are we done with the Pope stuff?
We are done with the Pope stuff. We're done with the episode. Kind of.
The one
yeah.
thing before I want to close it out, I want to go watch Friendship with you guys. You mentioned it.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks so good.
It looks
does.
like one long episode of
I think you should leave.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
The trailer looks weird though, because it's like, oh, well, let's go watch the new Marvel, and she's like, my ex-boyfriend invited me out to drinks, and I'm just like, bitch, like, really, bitch.
But
I'm
it feels
excited
it
about
feels like I think you should leave mixed with The Room.
Yeah. Dude, I
don't
watched
know.
a movie that is room worthy.
Yeah, okay, so you brought this up about you watching that new Weekend movie.
Obviously, boys know I'm a Weekend fan.
Yes, you are.
Right? And so it was the pre-release fan event, right, on last Wednesday. And so we went. Did y'all ever watch The Idol? The show
No,
that he
I
came out
refuse
with?
to watch it.
It was fucking awful. It was so bad. Like the acting, the storyline, the filmography, everything was just horseshit. And I was like, dude learned his lesson. You know what I mean? He did The Idol. He fucked it up. Now he's coming out with a movie with a full album, which is essentially the soundtrack. This has got it going on. It was horseshit. It was so bad. I wanted to like it so much.
He had Jenna Ortega. I think everybody. I'm tired of Jenna Ortega now because she's in everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I would, yes, but I mean, she's in everything.
And then also the Irish guy from Saltburn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those are the three main characters essentially. But it's so so bad.
I think the real star of the film was The Weeknd's veneers, because that's everything. That's the only thing everyone's talking about.
Yeah. There were parts that were okay. Don't get me wrong. Like there were some really cool, like the music. When at one point he kind of like the camera's following him on stage, you kind of get the feel like you are in the middle of a crowd because he's playing himself in the movie, which also pissed me off because then they're doing all these things. I'm like, okay, so you're just being you?
Is she supposed to be Selena Gomez or something?
No. But like, I don't know. It just seemed pretty like, it's very selfish. Like, what a dick. Like, it was basically a movie about himself, by himself, with his music. Parts of it talk about his music and breaking down what the song meant. Like, it just seemed so, like...
Just vanity. It's just vain. So
vanity. Vain as fuck. And, like, I like him until, like, I'd lost a lot of love for him because of the movie, to be honest with you. But that would be a good drink till it's funny movie. And guess what? It won't be funny. The whole thing. It'll just be a drink movie.
You're just going to get drunk. Christy says she wants to see it, too. Christy, I will extend the invite. If it's in Northeast Mall...
Hervey can stay home and take care of the kids.
Yeah, we need to do like a friendship movie.
We can definitely do that.
Invite everybody that listens to the podcast, all the friends, and
yeah, I'm gonna double check, but I believe it was. I believe I saw it playing at Northeast Mall.
that would be awesome because the only ones I saw were like fucking Dallas.
Same,
and that would suck.
Right. And then I jumped ahead to Monday, and I was like,
Northeast. I'm here. Yeah, I only looked at this weekend, so you're probably right. That would be great. I'm completely down.
Yeah, and it's Memorial Day.
Oh shit! Oh, that might be rough.
Going to the moon?
No, I'm not going to the moon on Monday.
Going to the movie?
Our boy's got JD's got a thing. That's all I was gonna
the crawfish
Yeah.
So
might not work, huh?
Maybe not Monday, but definitely next week. I'm down.
If it's playing there, because I think it's not playing everywhere in every theater. That's the thing.
Let's figure it out.
Okay,
and we'll go watch Friendship together.
All right.
Catch us on social media. We'll see if anyone else wants to meet us up there.
We'll do a post and just say, hey, we're going to be here.
Yeah. Here at the time. Boom.
And I guess, shout out to George Wendt. He died today. I never saw Cheers.
Where'd he go?
He died.
He went
to hell. I mean, heaven. I don't know. So, cheers. Cheers to you,
I
George.
don't have a drink, but,
cheers.
split up a cup.
And shout out to our caller today. That was fun.
Shout out Maddox.
Appreciate you, Maddox. If you already do so, please make sure you follow us on all things social media at The Funky Panther. You can find it on thefunkypanther.com. Call, text, leave us a voicemail, 817-677-0408.
Christy, your mom can come to watch the movie, too.
Oh, she can come all right.
She said bring the gummies. She'll bring the gummies. All right, stay good, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm disappointed.
And we are the Funky Panther!
Three best friends that anyone can have with us.